Congratulations. I know you only have just a few minutes, so we'll keep it really brief. We had some requests to have an interview with you. My name's Everamza, and that's Dan Sulit, who's organized this cup here. Thanks for coming.
Yeah, thanks for playing, man. Like, big props. So,
Hey, can
what
you
are the
hear me?
questions for?
Yes, I can
Yeah, we can
hear you
hear you.
just fine.
Okay, good.
What do you think of the
Yeah, thanks for
clan?
throwing on the cups.
Thanks for playing. What do you think of the Clan Arena tournament at QuakeCon?
I believe that's a pretty rhetorical question. Um, it's a bit of a joke, but it is what it is. I'm not the person that runs the tournament.
Nice.
I don't make the rules. So, CA is what it is. Unfortunately, I don't really know if they're going to get what they hope for as far as more teams showing up because it's Clan Arena and more people play it.
Right.
I just don't know if that's going to happen or not.
Time will tell. Are you looking forward to the
we'll
duel
see.
and gonna boot camp for that and all? Or are you psyched, or is it just gonna be something that you're gonna just go and win?
I never just go and win it. I always have to earn it. As far as the duel's concerned, yeah, I'm really excited to try to win a third title at QuakeCon, and that's the goal, of course. As far as boot camping is concerned, no, I'll probably just stay home and just play online as much as possible.
Yeah.
As much as I think that I need to before the tournament, and probably just do a lot of studying and reviewing of my games and whatnot, and try to get into the best shape possible to win it.
Great, great. What was your reaction to the DreamHack announcement that they'd have a winter duel tournament, but not a summer duel tournament? Did you feel like it was unfortunate to lose out on that?
Well, of course, it's unfortunate to miss out on it during the summer. Jönköping is actually a really, really nice place to be. It's like perfect weather, like 72 outside. It's like 20 hours of daylight that time of year too.
Wow.
But it is what it is, and yeah, I'm just really glad that they did announce a tournament for the winter season, and it's got a really decent prize pool.
Right.
So based on my schedule, I'll see. Go ahead.
What is that prize pool? Can you tell me real quick?
It's like 15,000.
Let's see here.
I think
15,000. Now I know you've dabbled a bit in Shoot Mania. I haven't seen you in other games, but are there any others that you like or that you play at all?
There isn't anything that, as far as shooters go, that I really play as far as compete in or anything. The only thing I've done for fun sometimes is Left 4 Dead with some friends and stuff like that.
Cool.
But actually, I've had a friend been teaching me League of Legends lately, and I've been playing that every now and then. And it actually is kind of fun.
Wow, cool.
What character you use?
So.
What
I don't even know at this point. I've only had a couple to be able to use. I've used Annie and Mordekaiser and Garen, and that's it.
Wow, great. That sounds like a lot of fun.
Rapha playing LOL.
I've seen a video on DeHang's YouTube where it had DKT talking about how he would never play in a micro cup or just a small cup or whatever, or small prize pool cup. And I figure a lot of that has to do with the frustration of the time and that it can take. You can take a whole evening and so forth. What is your opinion on them, and what motivates you to come on in and play in a cup like this?
Well, I mean, it's nice that there's some money on the line, but I actually really enjoy the fact that there's so many different maps in this map pool. I agree with having all of them in there except maybe 3 at the most. But other than that, it's really nice to see one where anybody who feels that they're special on some map, they can pick it and pretty much get to play. And that's why I enjoy playing in this kind right here. As far as DKT is concerned, I can understand why he doesn't want to play in an online tournament with small prize pool, where it's like for first only or whatever. When it's like, to be honest, he's probably not going to place first. I mean, he has a chance of doing it, I guess, but most of the time he'll finish probably third or maybe fourth place, something like that. So for him, I think at this point in his life, now that he's a family man, he looks at it probably like, hey, I'd rather spend more time with my family or doing whatever rather than wasting. To him, it would be wasting an entire evening playing in a tournament. So
not
I
worth
don't knock
it
him at all for
a number of reasons. That's great. That's some great insight to that question that I had personally. One last question, if you have time. What are your thoughts on the North America duel scene, perhaps even the duel scene in general, but since we live here, the North America scene, and what are your thoughts on its future?
I I don't really have a definite answer as far as like what its future is. Um, I don't know. It's not like we've seen a lot of players come up and play and start picking up the slack and playing really well consistently. Maybe it has to do with they don't have enough time to practice, or my guess is most of the time is they don't practice properly. They don't do what would be best for them to learn and to advance as quickly as possible. And yeah, because I mean, you see, there's a handful of players in North America that are really good on, let's say, 1 to maybe 3 maps, but that's about it. So, I mean, in order for them to become a more well-rounded player, it doesn't have to deal with the fact that they're good on certain maps and not on others. What it means is that their playstyles in general are flawed, and that they need to fix that rather than making excuses. For example, like, oh, I'm not good on this map, but I can do good on this one. No, it just means that how you're thinking about the game in general isn't consistent to play on all the maps, because the maps shouldn't really matter. It should only take 1, maybe 2 weeks to get a map down, and you should be fine on it as long as you're playing the way that you should.
That's really
And
great.
I haven't seen it happen for so long with somebody new, and I honestly don't know if it's going to happen.
Great, great
It
answer.
sounds
Thank you
bleak,
very much
but
for
that's
that. Well,
just. Yeah.
sometimes the truth hurts, and I think if anything, hopefully a statement like that can provide some sort of a boost to some players. And I think it's great advice if they want to take it as such that perhaps they do waste a lot of time, and it can take too long for a number of players to kind of come up because of perhaps, like you say, improper practice and so forth. Rafa, thank you so much for coming onto the event and having a little interview. I know it's been a long evening, and I really appreciate you playing.
You guys are welcome, and of course, thanks for putting on the cup and whoever put up the money. And yeah, hopefully I'll be able to play in 2 weeks, but we'll see depending on whether I get to go to Milan or not. So we'll see come this Sunday.
Best wishes on that. Good luck. Have a great night.
Thanks. You guys have a good night.
All right, good night.